It's a perfect marriage of lyric and melody. Baldur's Gate has been getting perfect 10 reviews all around, and I know that I need to listen to the music first before I start playing the game, because having played Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, I already know that once I hit start, I will be so lost in all the adventures. So let's listen to a few songs. Okay, wow, I did not expect them to go heavy on the low growling vocals. This is a battle song. This is a march to war. And you know, those low sounding voices always reminds me of those singing barbarians or marching battle dwarfs like in Lord of the Rings or Skyrim, like reminiscent of the Viking choir in the Dragonborn theme. Wow, having almost no information ahead of time into Baldur's Gate 3, all I remember from Baldur's Gate 2 is the intro music was very cinematic, orchestral, fanfare sounding trumpet music. But I did not expect them to go full heavy on the vocals and the war drums. Wow. Oh wow, beautiful melody. The first section with the heavy drums and the heavy low growling vocals. Beautiful contrast to this second part, starting with the elven sounding harp arpeggio and the floaty, ethereal soprano voices. Oh wow, it is like they're featuring the brutality of war and the respite that comes in, the beautiful things, the soft beauty of a fantasy adventure. So there's battles and then there's intimate moments. I mean, alluding to every trailer that we've seen so far. Epic. Wow, they did not hold back. Every orchestral trope that conveys epic sounds, boisterous brasses, grand strings, a full-on Viking or dwarf choir, and then huge percussion. Yeah, this is a recipe for cinematic symphonic sound, and they delivered 100%. pure quality, a masterpiece. Okay, I'm very curious about this song called Down by the River. One of you commented that you simply cannot get this song out of your head when you started playing the game. So let's take a listen.
Lace your heart with mine. Let your sleeping soul take flight. Take me through the night. Down, down, down by the river. Down, down, down by the river.
Okay, wow. Simple, catchy melody with matching lyric. Even the imagery, down by the river. Down, down, down by the river, down. The melody is going down, so it's a perfect marriage of lyric and melody. And some of the most memorable songs have that in spades.
Hanging moon in fog, mist will lead where you belong. Sweep me off my feet. Down, down, down by the river. Down, down, down by the river. Down, down, down by the river. Inky amber, swirling down. Just leave the flames and take a chance to be with me tonight. Take my hand and hold it tight. 'Cause you and I are everywhere. The night is young. We're going down, down, down by the river. Down, down, down by the river. Down, down, down by the river. Don't wake me up, just leave me there, dreaming.
Success. This song is already stuck in my head. Even with just the first time hearing the chorus, it's already stuck in my head. What an ethereal song. Let's break it down. First off, you got to appreciate that harp mix, heavy on the reverb, but also heavy on the delays, therefore enhancing that ethereal sounding mood. But also the way the singer is singing, very reminiscent of the soft Celtic style, the soft singing style of Enya. My God, I love Enya's music so much. The imagery that I see in my head when I hear this song is like a beautiful elven nymph singing by the river, playing a lyre. And there's a waterfall behind her. Beautiful, picturesque, like a postcard of fantasy medieval. And yeah, you gotta love the modal scale. They stuck to the modal scale because modal scales are pretty much a common characteristic of medieval fantasy music. Beautiful song, very catchy melody, and I can see myself singing it in the days to come. And just an additional observation, I just realized when I was already playing with the music that Down by the River and the main theme are practically using the same melodic motif. Very interesting.
Let your sleeping soul take flight.
by the way, if you enjoy this style of medieval fantasy music, I have recently joined a musical duo called Axe and Ale, and we have just dropped a new album of original music in this style. If you're looking for ambience music for your D&D sessions and your RPG gaming, go check it out. Links in the description. This is a song called Harpy Song. Is this a play on words? Is it Harpy Song because it features a lot of harp? Or is it because it is sung by the bird creatures known as harpies in mythology? Or both? I guess we'll find out. Called it Harp. Wow. First off, I am loving the emphasis on melodic writing. I am always going to be biased with melodic writing. Being a violinist myself, the violin is of course primarily known as a lead melodic instrument. And being a composer and producer for violin music myself, I will always have an inherent bias for melodic writing in any composition style. And this harp, flute, and I think I'm hearing metallic lyre or dulcimer, and then that ethereal singing, the mesmerizing singing of mostly alto voices, and not rising too high, not going full on soprano. And I like that because it gives the vocals a bit more of a mellow characteristic instead of the high-pitched, shrill operatic sopranos that we usually hear on orchestral or classical style symphonic music. But wow, it is both intimate and epic at the same time. Intimate because it is being sung as like some sort of lullaby. It's like lulling unknowing warriors or adventurers to sleep, maybe to hypnotize them. It's kind of like that. So I can imagine the harpies in Baldur's Gate 3 kind of like has powers of sirens to induce sleep or hypnotism. I don't know. I will be playing Baldur's Gate 3 because this is my kind of game. So I'll be finding out myself very soon. It is also epic because there are some highlight moments when you will hear a deep sounding war drum, but it's like a very subdued war drum. It's like you're hitting the war drum with like just at the middle of the membrane, and then instead of like bang, Instead of like that, you're hitting with like a very soft hit, therefore creating a more subdued impact, but like a very deep reverberating drum sound. And then that is one of the techniques of cinematic sounding drums, to have certain types of impact to produce a certain effect. Because most of the time, like in the main theme, you're hearing a lot of loud impacts because they want you to hear the clacking sounds of the wooden sticks, but not this song. Raphael's final act.
Lives, all mortal lives, expire. Souls go to their dooms in flame forevermore.
Hell has its laws. Hell. Effect and the cause. Curtain falls, but hold your applause. Squirm, for now down here come the claws.
Lives, all mortal lives, expire. Souls go to their dooms in flame forevermore.
Okay, wow. Before we continue, that is such a theatrical song. So I love that the singing started very bardic. It's like the female vocals is making an announcement, like announcing something in the town square, but making the announcement in a singing style. This is very reminiscent of how the town criers are portrayed in like movies or video games, like, hear ya. There's like this extended vocal line at the very beginning that is very reminiscent of that style. But at the same time, when the church organ came in, and you know, whenever I hear church organs used in this kind of manner, I always think of the never-ending struggle between heaven and hell. There's something inherently diabolical in the way it is used. And when the comedic theatrical vocals, the male vocals came in, it kind of felt like an imp or a demon, the devil himself, singing in that interlude. And yes, I'll be finding out soon when I play the game.
Fools, how hard you have fought. Brave, but it's all been for naught. True souls that couldn't be bought. Doomed, detected, and caught. No more deals, it's over. The final act, you're doomed. No more grace. It's over. This house of hope. You'll shoot.
Damn, the approach reminds me a little bit of Broadway plays like Phantom of the Opera specifically, and the combination of Baroque fugue church organ lines, la da 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 da, very reminiscent of Toccata in Fugue of Bach, and the combination of massive sounding string orchestra, just conveys this massive cathedral-like space, perfect for a boisterous character like this male singer character here, who is probably a villain of sorts. I am loving the incorporation of so many vocal lines and lyrics. I am not particularly someone who is well versed in lyrics. In fact, when I am commissioned to write songs with lyrics, I usually get another lyricist because writing text is not really my strength. Melodies and orchestration, I can do that with my eyes closed. But lyrics, definitely not my specialty. So when it comes to songs with lyrics, especially with reaction videos like this, I will not be delving into lyrical writing. I'll focus only on the musical aspect in which they are used. But yeah, beautiful songs. If you're enjoying my music content, here's some more.